Well, welcome back, everybody, here to Costa Mesa, California. Justin Burtis with you here for game number 2 of this Saturday, and start time at 12:56 as the Crush and the Quacks back at it after the Crush took it to the duck-themed team as the Crush won 7-0 at the end of 6 innings yesterday. So the Quacks looking to get the offense going, just as the Wild did earlier today, as they took down the Salty Waves by a final score 7-0. So those two teams at 1-1, and now the Quacks trying to do the same, flip the script from yesterday. It's 2:18 down the left field line, 2:15 down the right field line, along field here at the VU softball field. Sunny with some high clouds and just a hint of that ocean breeze. This is a ball hit to center field, and Saskia Robb is there to make the catch, and down goes Colenso for the first out. It's the same defensive arrangement for the Crush out in the field, with Alyssa Deflifson as the pitcher, throwing to battery mate Emma Foster. Keely McGee's at first, Andrea Garcia at second, Tiana Johnson at third, Riley Reeves at shortstop, Macy Fuller in left, Rob in center, and Ashley Lawn in right. Rain Althouse is the hitter. Popped up foul. Next pitch is outside for a ball. 1-1. And Deflifson gets another pop fly to left field. And that is a fly out to center. And now a fly out to left for Althouse. 2 down. 2 gone, bringing up Gabby Torones. Deflifson gets a first pitch strike against Torones. That one hit to shortstop, a bobble off the glove, and still in time, Riley Reeves throws it across the diamond to retire the side. 3 up, 3 down for Deflifson, who is looking strong again early after a sharp performance in game number 1. Alessandra Colenso led it off. Rain Althouse a fly out to left. Gabby Torones a ground out. Kiki Estrada follows in the 4th spot. Kate Hardy in 5th. Alyssa Donovan bat 6th. Grace Diaz batting 7th. Tara Skinner is your starter for the Quacks. She's batting 8th. And Regan Johnson bats 9th. While for the Crush, our lineup leads off with Macy Fuller in left field, formed by Saskia Robb in center. Tiana Johnson bats 3rd from 3rd base. Riley Reeves, the shortstop, bats 4th. Deflifson in the 5th spot as the pitcher. Ashley Lawn in right field, bats 6th. Emma Foster, catcher, batting 7th. Keely McGee batting 8th at first base. Andrea Garcia batting 9th at second base. So as mentioned, the pitcher from the University of Hawaii at Hilo, Tara Skinner, gets a start. She pitched In relief late in the game yesterday, give you up a run. Macy Fuller batted further down the order and has been moved up to leadoff spot for the Crush. Looks at a pitch, a riser that misses high in the zone. That is ball number 1. The Vanguard duo of Gabby Sandoval coaching the Crush and Jane Texera coaching the Quacks look on as Skinner delivers an 0-1, or excuse me, a 1-0, and it becomes 1-1 as that strike is at the knees over the outer half. Melissa Donovan's behind the plate defensively for the Quacks, with Gabby Toronto's at first, Althouse at second, Hardy at third, Johnson at shortstop. Left to right features Estrada, Colenso, and Diaz at to third. And a good on-the-mark throw from Kate Hardy gets the first out in the bottom of the first. Breeze picking up here, which will provide some relief from the heat as it is a little warmer than yesterday. Sun breaking through a little earlier. And the fortunate location of this school means the ocean breeze comes up over the mesa down a mile or two away from us off to right center field. And that cool ocean air keeps things from getting too hot. Always appreciated. That one in, and it missed to Rob, the center fielder, batting with nobody on. Bottom of the first. Tiana Johnson waits on deck. High and in. 3-1. Or 3-0, excuse me. Skinner rocks back and reels in a strike over the outer half. (3-1). Opportunity is seized upon by Rob as that one's into center field, but good coverage from Alessandra Colenso. Most of the center fielders have been playing left of second base, so a bit of ground to race to keep that from being 2. But she is able to get there and hold Rob to just a single. First hit of the game here in the bottom of the first. Brings up Tiana Davis, the third baseman. Crush going with all white today. And Johnson holds off, takes a strike. Gets the ball to the right hip, high and then through. That one's low and a good save by Donovan behind the plate as it almost leaked through. And we'll be giving Rob an extra base. The pair of Aggies from UC Davis due up next. Rees and Deathlift Sun throw down to first, not in time, and a swing at the plate makes it a strike. 2-1 and 2. Ball and 2 strikes. Bottom first, 1 out, 1 on. Skinner in the motion. On its way, high outside, level at 2 apiece. Happy to have you here, wherever you might be watching. Hopefully the player you're rooting for does well today, as Skinner's 2-2. Big swing, big miss. First strikeout of the day, and it's Johnson who is the victim. 2 gone here in the bottom of the first for Riley Reeves. He had a couple nice hits yesterday. Deathlift Sun also had a nice follow-up that scored her in that game as part of the 8 runs that this Crush team produced. A little too high and outside, ball 1. Skinner, that's high and in, and now they're going to get a runner. A pickle throw down the second is in time. Covering the bag was the shortstop Regan Johnson and applied the tag. So Reeves will have to get her first at bat going again in the bottom of the second as the runner picked off. going to second. So a hit, but nothing else. No score after one. Kiki Estrada, Kate Hardy, and Alyssa Donovan for the Quacks. Here in the top of the second, Kiki Estrada, the Buckeyes glistening on her white helmet, swings to the first pitch. That's foul, left out of play. 0-1. Defleson effectively shut down this lineup yesterday. They get 4 or 5 hits. I promise I will get some better data when the action resumes later next week. We'll have some stats from the first 2 games put together and a little more on some of the players' seasons. That one's outside the plate for a ball, 1-1. I got some stats put together, but get a few more and some highs for those that played in more of the action this past spring. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Estrada can't catch up to the fastball. Defleson didn't get to pitch a ton, but that's why she's here. And the only downside at the moment, she's the only one on the crush that can pitch, so that one riser out upstairs, 2-2. Means that she is on tap for a lot of pitching here in this little tournament, but more talks than another pitcher might come about, so we will see. Outside a little low, full count. Most of the kids around here coming all home to California for the summer and getting a chance to hone their softball skills as Estrada gives it a go into the territory in right field, but it pulls foul. Defleson trying to win the battle here. And she comes through with it, and Estrada gives that a ride deep to center field. Estrada might have her first home run. There it is. Does the tournament. Estrada over center field. About 217 or so out to the center field fence. Cleared it with ease. And with the wind a little down, she touches them all. And it's 1-0 Quacks. They're finally on the scoreboard. Pitched a little high and in the middle of the zone. She was sitting on it and smacked it to the max. Almost dead straight center field, a little to the right. Came up a little short of our scoreboard, so I'll say it was about 219 or so on the distance. A ball to Kate Hardy, the third baseman. And the bright blue, we'll say royal blue of University of Massachusetts Lowell. That one's a strike, so it's 1-1. 3 games, no home runs. Estrada gets us 1 now. And a swing and a miss makes it 1-2. And chasing a high off-speed pitch is Hardy. And there was a strikeout in the bottom of the first. And now Deflison has one herself. She had 7 or 8 yesterday. Picks up her first. A run in. A batter out. Alyssa Donovan, the catcher, steps to the plate. A little low and inside for the pitcher. He's wearing number 10 in the white, orange, and green jersey. Deflifson goes out inside, outside, and it's 2-0. Plain white batting helmet for Donovan. A hack and an empty swing. 1-2, or 2-1, sorry. Nobody on. Top of the second. 2-1 pitch. Half a swing off the glove of Reeves, and it's into center field. And a runner aboard on the error. Next pitch, low for a ball. 2-0 to Grace Diaz, the right fielder. Error on Reeves. Didn't quite read it right. Deflifson deals, and that's at the knees. 2 balls and a strike. Diaz followed by the pitcher Skinner. 2-1, lofted to left field, but hanging up. And there it is, caught as Macy Fuller runs it down a little over the left shoulder, outreach by Fuller, but hauls it in. Out number 2. Skinner got some at-bats as well as a couple starts for the Vulcans of Hawaii Hilo. Delivers the pitch, and that is blocked nicely on the outside. So the catcher Foster keeping Donovan at first with the block. Skinner takes a low and in again. 2-0. Infield, outfield, playing straight up, and Skinner fouls it off herself. Deflifson fires into the zone, pop up short, and caught. There over at second base by Andrea Garcia to retire the side. A hit and a run. A home run by Estrada with an error and a runner left on base. So one's wild for the Quacks in the top of the second. We're headed to the bottom half, 1-0. Well, Riley Reeves was at the plate last inning, but because Rob was picked off, kind of caught in no man's land out there between first and second, got gunned out going to second. It is now Reeves returning to the plate for her continuation of her first at-bat of the day. Reeves, Deflison, and Ashley Long chasing a run here for the crush. Bouncing off home plate is the ball off the arm of Tara Skinner. A ball and no strikes. Off the right hip, pitch is on the way. Jam shot, right field, and waiting for it. Not too many steps necessary from Diaz. And that will be out number one here on the top of the second. Pitcher Deflison hit more than she pitched, and now she will get the chance to try and erase the mistake she made in that floating pitch that Estrada connected on. Skinner's offering to her is high and in. Lefty hitter after the righty Reeves. Keeps her swing up on the shoulder, and it's outside for ball two. 2 balls, no strikes. Skinner comes set, and it's now on its way. 3-0 as it's high and straight down the middle. But Chin Music height gives Deflison a opportunity to take a walk. So one player yesterday give it a go on a 3-0 pitch. Deflison does not give herself a green light per se. And the strike comes in from Skinner, so it's 3-1. Swinging, that's going to the gap in right center field. That is going to roll. Colenso's there, and Deflison's going to have to hold with a single. So the Crush now have a single in back-to-back innings.
Go, babe.
Ashley Long, the right hitter, digging in. Skinner plants her right foot on the stripe, and another lefty is in the box against her. Long looks and skies the first pitch to left field. Estrada waiting, circling, and near the line makes the catch for out number 2. And it will be a tag and no advance for Deflison. So Emma Foster will try and advance the pitcher around the horn. Bottom of the lineup, Foster, McGee, and Garcia for the Crush. 2 down here in the top of the second. Ball gets away. Deflison to second into scoring position on the wild pitch. So yeah, like tap there, and then move her, and then do wild pitch. Great. Foster backs out of the way. 2-0.
Well, I tried to give him wrong.
Foster without batting gloves. Looks at the next pitch. Swings, hits it on the ground. Skinner reaches high, brings it down, throws to first in time. 2 flyouts and a ground out. A hit and a runner left on base. Deflison will return to the circles. We head to the bottom of the second. top of the third. I said bottom of the second and the bottom of the second. We're moving on to the top of the third. First pitch is a ball from Deflison. Reagan Johnson, followed by the, looks like Savannah Mitchell. And back to the top of the order. The 1-0 over the outer half. Level things at 1 ball, 1 strike. Shot off the bat into foul territory down the right side. Ball now in 2 strikes. That was bottom of the barrel. Trying to get the hands through and catch up to that fastball. And again, the Quacks had some trouble catching up to that pitch yesterday. Seem a little alert to it today, and then Deflison brings the off-speed pitch low under the knees. Strikeout number 2 for the crush starter. Savannah Mitchell, lefty for the Quacks, wearing number 15. We have Mitchell here. Okay, great. Looks at a fastball, top left part of the zone, in there. 0-1. Deflison bends all the way over before rising all the way up, and that one is high. 1-1. Swing and a foul pitch to the fencing. A ball and 2 strikes. 1 out here, top of the third. Mitchell then the top of the lineup. On its way, outside for a ball. Pointing out the sign is Emma Foster. Changeup was called, and changeup is delivered, and it's back-to-back strikeouts. 2 gone. It's now 3 in the course of 2 innings for Deflison. Alessandra Colenso, the left fielder, or excuse me, the center fielder. Lefty, followed by a lefty, bottom top. Inner half, strike 1. On that same changeup. What should you do? 0-1. Stroke it to the right side, and it's off the glove of the second baseman, Garcia. So a runner aboard with 2 outs. The hit for Colenso makes her 1 for 2. Althouse looks at ball 1, low and outside. Strike 1. Thought it tailed a little low, but it must have been after the fact. Through the zone in the for a strike. That one a little high on the inner half. Makes it 1-1. Quacks trying to extend their lead. They're ahead 1-0 after the home run by Estrada. High and in for ball 2. Two and 1 with Colenso on first. Hit to right field, but right into the glove of the right fielder, Ashley Lawn, to retire the side. A hit and a runner left on base. 1-0 as we head to the bottom of the third. Golden Bay Collegiate Softball League action here on a Saturday afternoon, coming up to 1:30. Pitch on the way. A strike from Tara Skinner to Kaylin McGee, followed by Andrea Garcia. Then top of the lineup for the Orange County Crush. Riser going high. McGee sees it go to 1-1. Skinner wearing the white protective face mask, and that one's way outside. Didn't have the fingers lined up on the seams that time. That came off rather wonky. 2 balls and a strike. Can the Crush cut into this run lead? Maybe take lead themselves. That's outside. 3-1. And she'll take a walk. First walk between Eva pitcher, Andrea Garcia. In the 9-hole here. Waits and swings. First offering right to short. Could be 2. There's 1. Relay is in. No! Not in time. Garcia beats it by half a step. McGee down 6-4 for out number 1. Fielder's choice puts 1 aboard for Macy Fuller at the top of the lineup. Bad pitch from Skinner puts the count at 1-0 to Fuller, who grounded out to third, her first time up. To the left side of the infielder for the lefty hitter. Right fielder. The right fielder, Diaz, in very close to the outfield, to the infield. Outside for another ball. So Grace Diaz not expecting Fuller to pull onto her natural side. Entire outfield is actually pretty in. And she shows bunt, puts it down, foul. Strike 2 against Fuller. Two balls as well. Fuller shows bunt. Has her hands high on the handle of the bat and takes ball 3. Full count. We're all set. Payoff pitch. Jump right to short. And they'll go to second for no. Bobble by the second baseman. Allows everyone to be safe. Pitch in there to Saskia Robb. Had the single in the bottom of the first. Then got caught stealing. But the Crush have 2 runners aboard. Nobody out. Yeah, that one sent to the screen. Or excuse me, 1 out. As McGee was thrown out on the first fielder's choice. Back-to-back grounders. 1 out, 2 on. Garcia at second, Macy Fuller at first. That one's also in the dirt from Skinner. A lot of work here for Alyssa Donovan behind the plate. She's been active this batter, and for Fuller, scrambling to keep things in front of her and keep the crush from getting a free base. And that one's also wide, and that one is a wild pitch that'll allow the runners to advance. Donovan will go out to try and settle the Utah right-hander. Two and two at the plate. Rob brings the bat ready and takes ball 3. One pitch away from loading the bases. Double play, at least traditionally, taken off the board with the runners at second and third. One gone. Bottom of the third. Skinner walks her. 2 walks in the inning. And the Chico State player, Tiana Johnson, third baseman for this Crush side. Blow open the lead for the Crush if she gets a hold of one here. Bowled in, and it gets away. Runner will stay as Donovan. A quality slide on the pads. Skinner has thrown a few on the dirt now. Gets one up at least, but it's outside for ball 2. Two-0 with the bases loaded. Garcia at third, Fuller at second, and Rob at first. Johnson foul with home run distance. So warning shot to Skinner. Has a strike on the board. That will help things. 2-1. Here it comes. Low ball 3. And Donovan again is dancing a little behind the plate. Riley Reeves on deck. And the 3-1 outer half at the belt. Full count. Runner set. Payoff pitch, and Johnson can't catch up. Thought it'd be something slower, and Skinner brings the gas. 2 outs. And a big strikeout for her, her second of the day. No sacrifice now, as Riley Reeves looks to tie or put her team ahead. Strike on the outer half. Found the edge and tailed it off from there, did Skinner 0-1. The next one on the way, wide, high. 1-1.
So there's a group of teams playing
1-1 pitch is a bit off the plate on the outside. 2 balls and a strike. Reeves kicks that left leg out in his stance. Slowly wiggling the bat and holds back and takes a strike. Has yet to swing. Knows that she needs to now. 2-2. So second full count hitter after Robb took a walk. Johnson was struck out. 3-2, third batter in a row. And Reeves can't catch up. Skinner gets in a bind and then unwinds that rope around the Quacks. And they crush, leave the bases loaded. No hits, 3 runners left on base, and no runs. We're headed to the 4th. A ball starts the first at-bat of the top of the 4th. Gabby Toronis, Kiki Estrada, Kate Hardy scheduled here for the Quacks. A laser foul down the left side. Deflison waiting for the sign, and here it comes. Rolled off her fingers a little too much. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-1. Zipped in, but a little too in. 2 balls and a strike. That will be strike number 2 as it's foul deep into left field. San Diego State player 0 for 1 with a ground out. Two now. Here comes the offering, bouncing to the fence.
Hey, way to be patient. We got this one for.
So Deflison now runs a batter full. Payoff pitch, here it comes. Off the screen and around the fencing it goes. Payoff pitch number 2. Hit to second. Nice field. And it'll be a clean throw made by Garcia. 4-3 on the ground out. The difference in the game right now is Kiki Estrada, the leadoff home run in the second. 1-0 the score. Takes a high pitch. 1-0. Swings that one foul. Into the trees back behind us. 1-1. Probably wouldn't want to add a duck sign for the Quacks. Their little bird logo on these multicolored uniforms to that Buckeye helmet for a home run today. It would probably be labeled as defacing sacred property, as that one's in the dirt. 2-1. With the longer fence here at Vanguard, that's a home run at just about every softball field. For sure, got hold of everything. Takes ball 3. Jefferson has to be careful with this one. And she gets another foul ball. Finds the pavement, and it's a full count.
Stay on it, AD. Here we go, kid.
So Deflerson, second batter, 3-2 count. And Estrada's going to get her second hit of the game down into right center field for a single. Took the high pitch, kept the bat level. Smelled smack off the middle part of the bat. And down for a textbook single. 1 on, 1 out for Kate Hardy, who was a strikeout victim in the second. Foul straight to the fence. Oh, and 1. Hit towards second, off the glove, and it's going to be in a single out to center. Hard job there for Garcia to turn around and try and backtrack it. She didn't get a glove on it. It was into center anyway. So back-to-back singles. 2 on, 1 out. Alyssa Donovan, the hitter. Alyssa Donovan sends the first pitch back to the screen. No balls and a strike. Estrada at second, and now Hardy at first. Right back to the screen again. 0-2. Top of the fourth. Back-to-back singles. Again, the Crush won the first one 8-0 yesterday. Deflerson. That's poked, but right to the shortstop. This time, everybody's going to get back safely. A line out to Reeves for out number 2. Yesterday, all 4 teams were pretty much run on contact, and we had 3 or 4 double plays on line balls in the infield. 1 or 2 of those were to the outfield as well. As players didn't tag up. That one misses for a ball. 1-0 to Grace Diaz. So perhaps some knowledge gained from yesterday. Stay a little closer to the base. That one's going to get away from the run of McGee, headed towards the fence and foul territory. Pitch misses for a ball. Swing and a miss. Deathless Sun makes it 1-2. 2 on now, 2 out. And a foul. Keeps the at-bat going. Takes a hop into the equipment of Emma Foster. Brings it full yet again. Both pitchers getting to full counts. Here the pass, total inning. Pass down to Johnson. Estrada's going to get waved home. Everyone else will hold, and Estrada just touches home in time to score the second Quack run of the day.
Good job, ladies.
Why do we keep doing that?
All right, let's go 1-6. Keep it going.
RBI single for Grace Diaz. Hardy holds at second. And that one is caught over at first base as Skinner puts it on the right side, and McGee holds on. But 3 hits in the inning produce a run. 2 runners left on base. It's 2-0 as we head to the bottom of the 4th. Bottom of the 4th, middle part of the order. Deflison, Lawn, and Foster. And the pitcher checks her swing and takes ball 1. Probably getting close to the point where the Quacks might shift a couple people around. We will see. Skinner above the belt, 2-0. Skinner's set, has a new sign, and can't find the zone. 3 straight balls to open the bottom of the 4th. The gimme, Green light, single at least. It's going to be extra bases that rolls all the way to the fence. Steffenson's going to second. She's going to head to third, looking for a triple. The relay coming in. She's in there, standing up. Ball gets away. No more advancement. Melissa Deflifson says, I will swing at 3-0. Connects with one perfectly, sending it between the shortstop and second base, right into the left center gap on the ground, all the way out to the fence. Maybe a slide was necessary, but she does not. And a triple suddenly puts the Crush a fly ball away from having the gap. Ashley Law, the right fielder. Lefty sees the corners come in a little bit and takes the ball. Skinner ready, and that one's lifted to left, and it's be a single all the way to the fence. It's hardly going to be a double. It's 2-1, and back-to-back hits. Lawn delivers with a double that cleared the head of Estrada and left. Actually, it looks like this. Estrada and Diaz have switched. Not that that matters, as that ball gets through the wickets, and a ball will start the at-bat, and a pass ball in at that will allow the runner to get to third. Triple double. Emma Foster ground out in the first. At bat in the second. Whoa, and another wild pitch will tie things at 2.
Nice job, babe.
Triple double, pass ball, wild pitch. And we are all square. I thought that Lawn's ball was going to be more catchable, but Diaz turned and it was clearly over her head. And that sets up a couple bad pitches from Skinner to reset things at 2-2. Foster had 3-0, no reason to swing, and takes a walk. Kayla McGee with the matching orange bow. Lefty checks in and takes another one on the dirt. Runner goes. The throw is not going to be in time, and it's off the glove as well. And then do a wild pitch. So 3 balls well off the zone. That one's high. 2-0. So 6 in a row. On top of that, 3 of those have been well outside the batter's boxes. Donovan is getting quite the workout in behind the plate. She snags that one, looking like a first baseman with the glove, as it took a wild hop off the dirt. And I want a word with Skinner. Not tracking mound visits at this event, which is nice. Also, substitutions are a little more free. And they're batting, some teams, 10 hitters. That one's Wide and another walk. So Skinner has now issued 2 walks in the past 2 frames. Andrea Garcia checks in. And Skinner can't find the zone on the outer half. Maybe facing a righty will help her fortunes here. We've had a couple lefties. Skinner, head high, 2-0. Unfortunately for Skinner, she's given no reason for Garcia to swing the bat through the zone. Still can't find it, 3-0. Needs to find it here, 3-0. And does get it. $11 balls in a row. Now it's 3-1. And gets a number 1. That rides the rails down the inside part of the plate. 3-2. 2 runs in, nobody out. Here in the bottom of the 4th. Deffelson a triple, scored on the double by Ashley Lawn. Scored on a pass ball and a wild pitch. That's a little pop up to second. Could turn 2 as the runner took off. No, diving back in time was McGee. And it'll be a pop-up for out number 1 for Andrea Garcia. Brings up the top of the order. Last time Fuller was up, the outfield crept in quite a ways. And now they seem to be adjusting as such. Again, bunt shown, pulled back. Nobody goes. It's 1-0. Ground out and reach on a fielder's choice has Fuller. The offering is right in the glove of Donovan as it slams into the dirt. 2-0. Shows bunt, pulls back, 3-0. Rise ball is above the head of Fuller. She has no reason to swing. Deffelson made good on a 3-0 pitch. Strike called on Fuller. 2 on, 1 out. 2-2 the score. And takes a walk, pull the bunt back, and earns a free trip down to first. Saskia Robb, a walk in the 3rd, a single in the 1st, 1 for 1. Was caught stealing back in the first 2. Time for Skinner to show something here and once again crawl her way out of the pickle jar. That one's upstairs for a ball. The 1-0 fouled. Rob tried to slow her swing down with the changeup. Tinked it off the bottom of her bat. 1-1. Tiana Johnson waiting on deck. That could be 2. They're going to go home for 1. And it is fielded nicely by Tarones on the catcher Donovan. Everybody else moves around the horn, but now 2 gone. Tiana Johnson looking to give the Crush their first lead of the day. Takes high and away. Bottom of the 4th, 2 in, 2 out. Johnson now heading the count 2-0. Three-0 as that one sails high. With Reeves on deck, Skinner unloads a walk to bring in a run and to put the Crush ahead 3-2. RBI for Johnson. Fuller to third, and the 9th hitter in the inning, Riley Reeves. Takes another one low. Wind up, 2-0. Reeves waiting, wanted to swing, pulled back, and wisely waits, and it's 3-0. 3 in, 2 out. Fuller, Rob Johnson. That's third, second, and first for the Crush, who will score another one. RBI for Riley Reeves. And we'll have a meeting in the circle. That one through the hole on the right side. And that is unfortunately going to be an error against Althouse. 1 run is in, 2 runs is in. Deflison will get to first base safely on the error by Althouse as it went right under her glove. There on the right side of the infield. Deflison led off with a triple in this inning. Reeves gets to third. Wallen had a double after the triple by Deflison and takes the ball. Right fielder sends that one to center. That should do it, and it is caught by Colenso. But it was a long one for the Crush, who send 11 batters to the plate and now lead 5-2 as we head to the top of the 5th. Top of the fifth, Reagan Johnson, Savannah Mitchell. And back to the top of the lineup for the Quacks, who now trail by 3. One that almost took off Mitchell there in the on-deck circle. She, to her credit, stayed planted and watched it go all the way around her off the fence. Next pitch on its way. Low and in from Deflinson. Sounds like Mitchell is going to get some extra work here, as she's going to pitch not only for the Quacks, but then take over for Deflinson after this inning. Swing and a miss, and down she goes. Strikeout for the aforementioned Aggie. Bringing up Mitchell. 4th strikeout for Deflinson. Mitchell, one of those. And her first at bat in the 3rd. Swings, hits it straight back to the fence. The 0-1. Well, Mitchell is close to it, but not quite on it. 2 straight back to the fencing. 0-2. She brings it. Pitch bounces and finds the fence. So the fence is getting run quite a bit here. Never foul. That one finds the pavement as well. High in the air to left field, and running from right to left is Macy Fuller. And she's got it. Well, looks like the Crush have also switched fielders, so that will actually go down to Ashley Lawn. Two up, 2 down for Deflinson. Back to the top lineup. Alessandra Colenzo takes the ball. Two-0, fastball under the knees. Here it comes. Off into the bat. Johnson! Reaction catch. Holds on. She just throws the glove in front of her face to retire the side. 3 up, 3 down. We head to the bottom of the 5th. And the Crush lead 5-2. 95 pitches for Skinner, make it 96, and that is a ball to start the bottom of the fifth to Emma Foster, McGee, and Garcia. Can Skinner get back into the strike zone? 2 straight balls, leans no. Foster, a ground out and a walk. Yeah, that's a strike, 2-1. Change up over the outer half. Wind has certainly died down a bit compared to how it was earlier in the game. 3-1 as that one's bouncing almost on home plate. And to get to the 100 pitch threshold, strike 2 at the belt. Foster thought she was headed down to first, comes on back. And the 3-2 offering is hit to third, under the glove, fielded by the shortstop and Reeves. Althouse able to get it there, but just a little late. Turns into an infield single for Foster. So again, reset a little bit on the defense for the Quacks as that's hit foul. It looked like it was closer to the Cards than some of the other ones. It is Althouse on the left side at shortstop. And on the right side at second is Johnson. Estrada's in right. Diaz in left. 0-1 to McGee. It's technically 0 for 0. 2 walks. On base percentage is 1,000 for this game. Batting average, yet to get there. Fouls that one off herself, so she's down 0-2. Has to get defensive. Pops it up. Foul territory. And there to make the squeeze is Hardy. Andrea Garcia reach on fielder's choice and a pop up to second. So far on the day. That one's foul and it will get out of play. That one's in the dirt, 1-1. Four hits in the game for the Crush. With all the walks, a couple fielders' choices thrown in. They lead 5-2. Donovan is getting quite the leg workout in, moving left, right, up, down. That makes the count 2-1 on that one, wide and high. Can't bring it down, that's letter high. 3 balls and a strike. Three one, in there for a strike. Full count, 1 out, and Foster at first base. And it's coming outside for a walk. 8 walks now in the game, issued by Skinner. Macy Fuller. That one gets through, and it will be second and third. Four wild pitches at least as that one falls in for Fuller to shallow left field, and Fuller doesn't see the defense active. Throw to second is in time. An RBI single for Fuller, but she gets thrown out trying to stretch the single into a double.
I have a question. So I did. Hold on, let me go back. I moved this one over here, wild pitch.
Move her.
Then I moved this one, and it doesn't say wild pitch.
Do that.
Okay.
Yep. And then,
And then
ball strike.
strike, and then
Ball in play. Fly ball. Single. Shallow left. There. And then safe. And then move her to second.
Get a helmet. Oh yeah.
No, I don't want that. Undo. Oh, shoot.
Family lives where you're at? Her grandma lives there. Her mom lives in Arizona. Oh, that's where
Wait, why did it go? Wait, what in the world? Oh. Yes. Two different batter.
Do they play 6 or 7? That's in Las Vegas. You can zoom down. You can scroll down.
Ah, there we go. Out on last play. Done. Okay. Ball. Play. Line drive. Triple. Right there. Safe. And. Okay. There we go.
okay.
All right, so Macy Fuller with a single, thrown out 7-6-4 in the bottom of the fifth. That was out number 2. And Saskia Robb had a triple, ground out by Tiana Johnson. 2 runs, 4 hits, and a runner left on base for the Crush. And the home half to take a 7-2 lead. That takes us to the top of the 6th. And it will be Althouse, Toronis, and Estrada. Strike from the pitcher Mitchell, who will now be living in the circle unless she's due up to bat. At which point I think she'll probably opt to not bat. Swing and foul tip. It's right at the plate. It's rolling backwards. It's still a fair ball. Throw is in time. Foster was a little dazed and confused. Couldn't find it. Jumped on it. And her pounce was good. Her throw was accurate. And a 2-3 ground out starts the top of the 6th. Lefty on lefty matchup now. Toronis against her teammate Mitchell. Spinning ball that's above the belt. 1-0. Toronis, 2 ground outs so far on the day. Couldn't figure out Deflison. Takes ball 2. Here's the delivery. Stroked foul. Down the first base foul line. Rolling all the way to the corner. And right. Two one on its way. And a slow changeup that breaks under the knees. 3 balls and a strike. Down the gut, full count. Bold pitch from Mitchell. You don't want to throw those too often. That one hit to the right side and through on the ground for a base hit. Gabby Toronis with a hit. The Quacks were held hitless in the 5th. They entered the inning with 2 runs on 5 hits, an error, and 4 left on base. Estrada powered in their first run of the game with a home run. They'd love to see more of that. And she fought about it and gives a sign on her face that says, "Oh, I should have swatted that one." Strike on the outer half on a slower pitch. Oh, 1. That one dipped down right at the bell. It's 0-2. Has to reach for it, and it's a little flare shot to left field. It falls in fair. And Estrada, 3-hit day. Homer and 2 singles. And Toronis to second. 2 on, 1 out in the top of the 6th. After not getting much yesterday, Estrada 3 for 3. And almost felt like she was late to realize she had to swing at that one. Just dragged the bat down. Probably better awareness than forgetting. And sends it opposite field for a hit. That's a ball to Hardy. Strikeout and a single her last time up. Tip foul. Skipping in, and Foster salvages it from being a pass ball or a wild pitch. 2 balls and a strike. Make it 3-1 as Mitchell can't find the zone.
Yeah, right. That's when I saw that. So, but you know, Campbell's Valley, you're shooting on the left. So they want to
On its way. And it's a walk that will put the bases fully loaded. The catcher, Alyssa Donovan, strides to the plate, and Foster will have a word with Mitchell. One gone. Toronto's at third, Estrada at second, and now Hardy at first. And Donovan hits it to the left side of the infield and through into left center field. Estrada is going to get waved home. Here comes the throw. Oh, and it was attempted to be cut off by the first baseman, McGee, and it shanked off her glove and rolled to the fence. And that allows the runners to advance on the throw. So a single with 2 RBI for Donovan. And runners at second and third.
I got lost. Who did it go? It was a single.
Single to left center.
Out here?
Yeah.
This one got it?
Yeah, great. Okay, safe. She scores 2. Yeah. On last play. Great. Hardy to third. On throw. And the other girl to second. Same thing. Yep. Great. And we got a foul and a ball. 7-4 now the score. Ball and now 2 strikes. A foul, a ball, and a string yanked out from under the bat there of Grace Diaz. Put her down 1-2. Diaz keeps herself in the box by pumping that one foul. Next one hit left side. Reeves is going to get there on the backhand. Jeter throw not in time. Infield single makes it 7-5. And Reeves did all she could do, going from her left to her right. Backhanded it. Acrobatic throw as well, but not going to be there in time. Skinner on tap for the loss still, and a wild pitch puts a runner at second. Ball 1 to Skinner, who is 0 for a line out and a pop-up. On tap for the loss, but a single could tie it up and put her back into contention. Foul back makes it 1-1. Brings the left leg forward and takes another ball.
See it and drive it, kid. You got this.
Skinner hits it, liner, and her catcher Donovan with some happy feet there at third to jump out of the way on the ground foul ball. So Savannah Mitchell gets a new ball, and it's coming back towards her. Overhead, Reeves will go to first, get Skinner, but the ground out will give her an RBI. And it's a 1-run game. Diaz gets to third. 4 singles in the inning. Reagan Johnson, the hitter. In the basement for ball 1. 4 hits, 4 runs. And the tying run at third. Johnson has struck out her 2 trips to the plate against Deflison. And is ahead in the count 2-0 here. Through the motion. Yeah, it's a strike at the belt.
Oh, did he really? Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Right, right.
2-1. Reagan holds off, and it's ball 3. Reagan Johnson head in the count 3-1. Infield outfield straight away. And a 3-1 is hit back up the middle, past Mitchell. Reeves behind second, and getting back is McGee in time. Reeves shows off the legs by running behind second to save it. McGee broke in and then had to run back to the base and gets there in time. And the Crush will remain in the lead. But that will retire the side. 4 runs on 4 hits and a runner left on base. And we head to the bottom of the 6th. 7-6 is the score. So 6 runs for the Crush in the 4th, and 2 in the 5th make it 8-6. As 4 put on the board by the Quacks. They are in the last half inning. So it's a 2-run game, bottom 6. Riley Reeves. That's high for a ball. Kiki Estrada has moved to first base, I think, as that's a shot that's going to find the right center gap. It's going to be at least 1. It's going to be 2. She slides in safely. Reeves with her first hit of the day, and it's a double.
Good job, Riley.
Deflison takes a ball from Mitchell. The Quacks have lost Toronis, it looks like. As that's at the belt in her half for strike one. As it looks like it's going to be a rotating Crush player out in right field with Estrada at first. And it's lofted to right field, and so I didn't know who was out there in right for the Crush / Quacks, but makes the play. I think that is Fuller. And there's a fly out to right for Deflison. 1 on, 1 out. Ashley Lawn stands in. 2 flyouts and a double on the day for her. Outer half for a strike. Inside, she backs out a couple steps. Taking for ball 3. Oh, hit the outer half of the plate for a strike. A ball and 2 strikes. Savannah Mitchell comes home with it, hit right back towards her, off the end of her glove and into center field. Reeves is going to come around 3. She's going to come in, score, make it 9-6. RBI single for Lawn. Get him on and get him home. Crush continue to pour on runs. Now up 3, Foster, the catcher, takes it straight down the heart of the plate. That's going to be a single to left field. Up and down, easy as you please. Back-to-back hits. 3 in the inning. Now for the Crush, Emma Foster will be the hitter. Seventh inning still to come. That's in the zone, down the middle, strike 1. It will be at least 3 that the Quacks need to get against their pitcher, Mitchell, to get back into it. Outer half, strike 2. Here comes the next one. That's swung on and missed. Dropford strike, and are they going to call her out? Yes, they will. So strikeout for Mitchell. Deflison, 5 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs, both earned, 4 strikeouts. Hit lined, but then a foul by McGee. Walk, and a foul out. 0 for 1. Run in here in the bottom of the 6th. 0-2. On its way from Mitchell. Ball one. One, two on its way. Hit to third, fielded, and the throw will go to first in time. And our 2 runners will be left on base. And a runner did score. And that will take us to the 7th with the Crush up 9-6.
I'll be right back.
Yeah. So a hit, 2 hits and a run for the Crush in the bottom of the 6th. Time for the top of the 7th, top of the order. Alessandro Colenso gets hit by the first pitch. So Mitchell hits the leadoff player, brings up Rain Althouse. Colenso, single hit by pitch, line out and fly out. Althouse, 2 flyouts, a ground out, bunt, off herself. Strike 1. Tronis at least seems to be okay as she is in the on deck circle. That will be a ball. Althouse, Tronis, Estrada, the next 3 in the order for the Quacks. Coach has said there will be no extra innings today, so it's either a win or a tie or a loss for one of these teams. And no extras, a line out to center field. Makes it out number 1. Torones, single last time up, 2 ground outs before that. 1 for 3. Starts with a ball. Torones with the red and black bat, matches her helmet, takes strike 1 on the outer half. 1-1, Colenso at first. Sky to left center field. This will be a long run, but Fuller is able to track it down. Made the first catch, ran a long way, made the second catch. 2 gone. Estrada 3 for 3. Home run and 2 singles, 3 runs scored. 1 RBI. She could make it a 9-8 game if she connects again. Hits it left side over the glove of Johnson, the third baseman. That's going to be a first to third movement for Colenso. And Estrada makes it 4 for 4. Mitchell delivers home, and Kate Hardy takes the ball. Walk, single, strikeout for the third baseman. Off the end of the bat, foul. That bound skips in. Hardy, check swing, didn't want to go, and it hit off her hands. Off the bat for a foul ball. Two and two. Hardy hits it back to the pitcher. Mitchell off her glove. A run will score. Reeves throws to first anyway. Not in time.
Good try, Rod.
Infield single. Colenso comes home. RBI for Hardy. 9-7. Alyssa Donovan represents the go-ahead run for the Quacks. Inside, a missed. Hit to first. McGee gets in the breadbasket, races to first, and will do it herself to retire the side. But a run on 2 hits and 2 runners left on base. And the Crush collect the win by a final score of 9-7.
Yeah, that's it. She said it's warm. It's warm.
So each team with an error, 7 runs, 11 hits, 1 error, and 7 runners left on base. For the Quacks, meanwhile the Crush, 9 runs, 10 hits, an error, and 8 runners left on base. This one ends just shy of 3 p.m. So a total of time, 2 hours and 52 minutes. Skinner takes the loss. Defleson with 4 strikeouts gets the win, and Mitchell picks up the save. Colenso with a 1 for 3 day. Althouse was 0 for 4. 1 for 3 was Taronis. 4 for 4 was Estrada. Hardy 2 for 3 with a walk, a single, and 3 at bats and reaching on air was Donovan. 2 singles and 3 at bats for Diaz. An RBI on a ground out, but 0 for 3 was Skinner. 0 for 3 was Johnson, and Mitchell was 0 for 2. Meanwhile, for the Crush, Fuller reaching on fielder's choice, a walk and a single and a ground out. A single walk, fielder's choice, and a triple for Rob. 2 strikeouts, a walk, and a ground out for Johnson. 0 for 3 with an RBI. Strikeout, flyout, and a walk, and a double for Reeves. 1 for 3 with an RBI. Deflison, single, triple, reach on air, and a flyout. 2 for 3. One flyout, double, flyout, and a single. 2 for 4. A single walk, ground down, a strikeout for Foster. 1 for 3. Couple walks and 2 0 trips to the plate for McGee. 0 for 2. Fielder's choice, a walk, and a pop out for Garcia makes her 0 for 2. Or excuse me, 0 for 1. Thanks so much for joining us here on this Saturday. Fun games. The Quacks almost did what the Wild did, which was flip the script, but the Crutch are 2-0 after 2 days of action. The Quacks are 0 for 2. And the other 2, the Salty Waves and the Wild, are 1-1. We'll be back next week with more action of Golden Bay Softball Collegiate League action. Thanks so much for watching. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.